he loves to do. So not that he doesn't still put applications in, he's just basically accepted that maybe that's not for him. Maybe him actually being a business owner, is what's in his destiny, and he just has to work towards developing that. So of course all of those things can affect a marriage, good and bad. Again, I'm a control person. I need to have tangible results to see something as getting better or improving or worth it. And that's not always the case when it comes to business. A business, it's not like he's making something and selling it. It's not like he's making t-shirts and selling t-shirts and we can see the t-shirts disappearing because he's selling them. Graphic design is a very important career, a very important field, but not everybody knows that they need a graphic designer, and they don't always know what a graphic designer does. So that really...
A graphic designer done this.
Basically, yes, exactly.
Everything you look at a graphic designer
Everything.
Did.
So, and the problem is that people would have a lot of ideas for Henry to do work for them, but they didn't want to pay him. And that's no way to build a business. So all of those things, as minuscule, what's the word? Minuscule they might sound, it really affected our relationship. Because I'm one of those people that I like to see results. So I was constantly like, why don't you do this? Why don't you do this? And you should try this. And why don't you try that? And he knows what he's doing. He's a man. He has his own vision. So those are just some of the things that we dealt with him trying to find a job and become a business owner. So now Henry's going to talk about my lack of faith in growing his business and how that affected our marriage.
Co-host. That's our running gag. If you don't know by now, you're going to learn today. You're going, all right. Now I'm just playing, you're going to learn today, though. So it was so I guess it's the way it was, she was expecting the business to blow up. I'm talking about instantly. I'm not talking a year. I'm talking 3 months, 90 days. If something ain't happening in 90 days, it's no good. And I'm I tried to explain to her that's not the way it works with graphic design anyway. Because first, it's and okay, let me say this real quick. I understand that there's a lot of graphic designers out there. But don't wait till somebody else posts something and then you post it. Because I was waiting, what I was doing was I would wait. I would put up anything. I put something on Facebook as I'm a graphic designer and this woo or whatnot. And then I see 8 posts of other people that's graphic designers. I'm like, oh, okay, we getting it jumping then. Then I wouldn't post nothing for 2 months. Just seeing what everybody else was going to post. Wouldn't nobody post nothing. As soon as I get back on there and post another picture, here we go again. For real, do y'all really need somebody to motivate y'all to start your own stuff? Or, you know what I mean? So now it's okay, my motto is now you will not outwork me. You may have better, what's the words? Better, equipment? Yeah, you may have better equipment and better, everything about you might be better. You might, you might be this handsome, or you might have gorgeous ass wife like this, or you know what I mean, but you won't outwork me. I'm guaranteeing it. You will not outwork me. Nobody. Not in this not in this design thing. You won't outwork me. So I'm even worried about that. But yeah, so it was she was expecting the business to blow up in a matter of months, and I'm well, that's not the way it works. Because with graphic design, that's totally different than a lot of businesses you see. Because it's if you say, for instance, what's a good job description?
For what?
For a business owner. What would be a good job? Just name a job on top of your head. Would be a business owner. Ouch. Okay, I got it. There, man. See, that's what we do. We brainstorm. We get each other clicking, and that's what we do. So it's okay, cause me and my cousin, my little cousin, Joe Dixon. What's good with it, cousin? We talking about starting this lawn service, right? So with lawn service, you can just ride around and look at yards. Okay, they yard need cutting. We about to stop at that house. that yard need cutting. We about to stop at that house. You can do it like, okay, you know what I mean? Like in certain businesses, you can do that in, but in graphic design, you can't walk by a person and be like, they look like they need a logo. They look like they need a business card design. You know what I mean? So it ain't like that. So you got to actually put it out there and wait for people to actually get in touch with you. So you know what I mean? And that was a like a hiccup in our relationship. Like a hiccup in the business when it came down to it. It was like, I got to find clients, but then they got to find me, but then I got to find them. You know what I mean? Like, and it's kind of crazy for graphic design. That's why I'm like, I'm in one of the hardest businesses, but I'm with it. I don't care. That's what I do. It's hard. Yeah, that's that.
And the one thing that is also, because I'm a problem solver, so I would have tons of ideas, and they're not to say they're not good ideas. It's just I bombard him with so much stuff that he's like, I can't do all of that at once. You know, he's working full time. We got King. You know, he has other obligations that he does, you know, on a weekly basis. So I just kept trying to come up with like things to do, but also, you know, he also has to be comfortable doing certain stuff. You know, I had ideas of like, you know, just tons of ideas. I don't want to say them because, you know, I don't want to.
Somebody gonna steal them.
Right. But also, like, one of the hardest things once he gets a client is sometimes keeping the client. I had a friend that I had brought him to him, and the person wasn't being responsive back to him on his updates to the design. You know, so Henry had to modify his contract, which he has a contract. You know, everything's legitimate and detailed and professional. But as he worked with clients, he realized, okay, you know, they're costing me time, which is money, and they're not respecting my time. So so he has like you know, a clause in his contract that says if you don't respond within this amount of time, then whatever he's completed for them, you know, that's all he'll have. That's all they'll have, and then after that, you know, they'll be billed hourly because people don't realize how much time it takes to design something. And also graphic design, the way he thinks and the way other people think is totally different because he went to school for this. So he knows fonts and colors and schemes and how colors can create emotions and add excitement and the mood of a design, how design would need to be designed for what material it's going to go on, what size it's going to be, all those kind of things. So he really had to work on being mindful of those things. And I had to realize that just because I have, you know, I had a big vision for him. I have all these ideas, but it's not my business. It's our business. You know, I help him with it, but it's Henry Allen Roberts design. It's HAR Designs. You know, it's his. Two.
Junior.
It's his baby, you know, and he has to nurture it and grow it, and I'm here basically just to be a support system. So basically over the years, you know, and he's been really working on the business for 2 years, and he's, you know, had learned a lot of stuff because you don't realize how much it goes into building a business
until you do it. Because, and like we said, you know, everybody doesn't respect small business owners. We hear that all the time. You know, you go to Walmart, you go to Kmart, you go to, you know, these big businesses, but there are people just like Henry that have products and services that they can offer you, but it might be a little bit more expensive, but is the quality going to be as, you're going to have a different kind of quality, and then you're also going to have a different relationship with that person. So support all small businesses, all businesses. If you see them, support them. Yeah, because like my cousin was saying, me and my cousin, this is what we do. We get together and we start talking. We chit-chat on business. That's what, like I reading the one book, The Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. It taught me that successful people, they talk about ideas, and unsuccessful people talk about other people. So far as when me and Joe get together, that's all we talk about is ideas. Like, hey man, we should do this, or we should try this. What you think about this? Well, will this work? Will this work? And he said it to me. He was like, the thing that people don't realize is that, wait, dang it. See, that's why I don't, you know what I mean? You know what? Yeah.
Just come back to it.
Yeah, we'll come back to it. Stick a pin in that. We'll come back to it. So yeah, it's like when we get around each other, it's like everything is good. We always talking about something like, what can we do? Is this possible? Can we make this happen? Excuse me. And like that's pretty much what we do. But like the thing is, that's what I was gonna say. It's like a small business. It's like if you go to a Walmart, you're not gonna expect a discount on a t-shirt. But if you go to you go to a small business with one of your friends, you're gonna be, oh man, can I get it for this much? I only got this much. Okay, well, why didn't you do that when you was at the big business?
Right.
Like, because I never understood that. And I'm like, I've never asked for a discount. People will tell me, man, I'm gonna give it to you for this much, then that's how much I'm expecting to pay.
Right.
Like, so I don't go at them like, oh man, 300, man, can I get you 150? You know what I mean? Like, that's not good business practices. And me and my cousin was talking about it, and I'm like, man, the thing is, like, you got to get paid for your time. Like, for real, if you do something, like, I'm gonna get him to do it. We gonna do it. Like, we writing up contracts for every business we getting. Like, there has to be contract. There has to be some kind of paperwork to show you that this is not a game. Like, for real. And it's like, on the design thing, like in my contract, I said in my contract, if anytime during the design, if I don't hear from you in 7 to 10 business days, your design is completed and I will send you a bill. That's it. You get what I have right now. There's nothing else going to be done to it, because I'm not going to keep on, like, we ain't going to say no names, but one of my guys I was doing a design for, I called every day. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to give them till Monday. No, I'm going to give them till Friday. It was like a Friday. I was like, okay, I'll give them till next Friday, because that'll be 5 business days. If they don't hear nothing then, I'm going to give them 5 more business days. So that's 10 business days. That's 2 weeks. I didn't hear anything for the whole 2 weeks. So I just chalked that up, sent them the bill, and we were done with that. So that's pretty much what we do with that. So that's how we run that. Anything else to say?
Yeah, we got 4 minutes.
4 minutes?
So, just one thing, and I say this not because I'm his wife. He is amazing at what he does. So if you have any design work, it doesn't have to be a logo. It doesn't have to be, it could be a logo. Any what do you say?
Flyers.
No, but what's your what was your tagline?
Oh, every design has a look.
Yeah, but the other thing about billboards.
Oh yeah, from billboards to business cards, I can do it.
So, and that means, invitations, flyers, t-shirt designs, tattoos. If you need a tattoo drawn,
yeah, I do that too.
He can do any of that. And, he can have a design, a fully sketched design. Sketch meaning is, it's not going to be clean.
Raggedy and rough.
But it's going to be what he can do. And he can actually have a design completed in 3 hours if you cooperate with him. You could sit down with him, and you guys could have a completed project in 3 hours. He would just need your, to be able to sacrifice 3 hours to sit with him. But anything, and then also, if you have other people that you want us to talk about, I have no problem, shouting out people's businesses, small businesses, anything from graphic designers to fitness, personal trainers to photographers, which is Joe to lawnmower, landscaping, anybody, because my thing is, it's not about us being the best, it's about us being great together, all of us being great, because I want everybody to get money, I want everybody to be happy, we all have families and kids, I want us all to be happy. So we got 2 minutes, so just comment, send your comments or questions to
happymarriedtv@gmail.com.
I was about to give him, well, and then if you have any design work, anybody, what's your email address?
HAR Designs 2, the number 2, or you can put II, you know what I mean, because they don't have Roman numerals. But yeah, you can put II, and that's both of them I own. I got both of them Gmail accounts.
If you have any design work, any questions, any design work, seriously. So that's all we have for this week. Hope that you enjoyed our show, and see you next week.
Yeah.
You're supposed to say Henry Jr.
Oh, Henry Jr.
Jessica.
And we happily married.